Ravioli, what's in the podcastioli? Welcome to the Roboboots Podcast. This is episode I have no earthly idea.
We tried weighing it, couldn't figure it out.
Yeah, we have no idea how much money's in the U-Haul. And also SuperRoboPlay, I think 12 maybe. We've been doing classic episodes. You and I haven't even seen each other in 3 weeks.
Somehow.
We had a fight. We had a dispute.
On the last live podcast, we talked about religion. It got really heated. We decided we need some time. We need a break.
You guys heard it where it was Jason insisting that Pizza Hut made the trees.
Yeah, and we
decided to come to a compromise that Domino's made the trees.
We thought it was fair.
Fair and balanced. Domino's Pizza. They're sponsoring the podcast now. But no, I'm Alex, and with me as always is Jason.
Hello, everyone.
Yes, and we are SuperRoboPlay. We make videos on the internet, playing games and all that, and we do live action crap as well.
Sometimes. But there's so much to talk about this week.
We were just talking about, though, I was watching a documentary, and I was like, wanted to save the story for the podcast. I said to Jason, the intro you heard at the beginning of the podcast is by Catacomb Kid, a guy who is in a band called Odessa. And I said to Jason, Odessa means space in Russian.
Which immediately I went, yeah, okay.
And then I was like, I don't know. And then I Googled it, and I couldn't figure it out.
Yeah.
I should have just went to Google Translate. Maybe it does. Maybe it does mean that. I'm not sure. But it seemed to say that, no, that means Odyssey in Greek, which makes more sense. Now,
again,
Jason,
I immediately went, yep, that makes sense. I believe that.
Yeah.
You could tell me that, and I would agree with that
But
statement.
the reason I thought it meant space is because I was watching a Vice documentary on, those women who look like Barbie dolls, those Russian women who look like they have like really skinny noses.
Oh, yeah, the Russian ones.
That's what I was saying. It was a documentary featuring one of them, and they call her Odessa Barbie in Russia, and the Vice documentary was called Space Barbie. Yeah. Because I didn't even realize, and she was talking about it in the video, the reason for her looking the way she does is not for she's trying to look as pretty and perfect as possible, but she's doing it to further her message. And her method, she's does live streams about spirituality and space stuff.
Okay. So
she's saying, I don't know, she's very otherworldly and very listening to her talk and stuff. It's almost cult-like listening to her talk.
Weird.
That's what the documentary was about. And it's in photos she looks really weird, but in video it's she looks very I don't know. It's hard to explain it. She doesn't look as creepy as she does in the photos.
Yeah, I just want to say that space in Russian, and let me turn my computer so you can see that gong show of a
you can change it so it's,
I'm going to try and read it phonetically.
Yeah, it's in Russian. What is that language called? Syriac or something?
It is Prostranstvo. So
should be Odessa.
It should be Odessa. I agree. So this woman is this an art thing, or is this just her?
No, it's her face. It's a face thing.
Okay.
Space.
Face.
She's seems to think she can see spirits and see things she thinks are from another dimension. And she's always said she's been able to see those things. Yeah. And she thinks, I don't know, just crap like that. We'll watch the fucking documentary. She'll
What was it called? What was it called?
Space Barbie.
Space Barbie. I'm going to save that. That sounds interesting.
Space Barbie on Vice.
Is that on their YouTube stuff?
Yeah.
Yeah. I love how Vice does that. They just have all their documentaries and shit just
used to be all on Vice.com, and then YouTube was we'll pay you money if you put it on YouTube. They're all right.
Oh, this woman looks fucking freaky.
I watched the video, and it's the more you watch her talk, it's she starts to look normal. It's also her makeup. She puts in those big fake ass lenses, and she does her makeup so her eyes look huge. Yeah. Without that, she just kind of looks like a normal person. Yeah. Just who's had a lot of plastic surgery.
Strange.
Looks better than some people who had a ton of plastic surgery.
Yeah. She doesn't look bad. She
Not yet. She's also very young.
Yes.
Her sister's in that as well, and her sister hasn't had anything done to my knowledge.
Yeah.
She's a babe. She's a Russian babe. A brunette in the video.
Yeah, that's what. Yeah, I don't know.
It's a good documentary. It's only 20 minutes. They're uploading all their HBO stuff there as well.
For Vice?
Yeah, they had an HBO show.
Oh, that's cool.
But the only thing was, it wasn't the stuff that interested me. It was a lot more political stuff. My favorite thing on Vice is they have a series called Munchies, and I think I've talked about that before.
Yeah,
on the podcast even. Yeah, they have a series called Munchies where it's just restaurant owners of good restaurants going to their favorite restaurants and getting drunk and having a good time, and then they're drunk and they go back to their restaurant and cook everybody a meal.
Yeah, man, I started reading randomly some manga just about like cooking, and it's just like the art though is so good. It's just like, man, I want to fucking just like do some cooking. Just get a bunch of like.
How are you reading a manga?
A manga.
Oh.
A manga.
Manga.
I can't remember what it's called, but it's just like, some of the food, they're just like cooking up like French cuisine or like Japanese cuisine. It's just like, this stuff looks so good. And it makes me just like, we've talked about this in the past, just like having a restaurant or having some sort of food establishment. It's like, that'd be so great for your job as like a side thing to just be able to like cook and cook tons of stuff and just like, I don't know, have fun with that.
It's just the worst business model though.
That's the problem.
It's so hard to be profitable.
As a business, it's terrible. It's just like, no, I'd rather just be rich and cook good things for myself rather than try to make it a business. But I like the romantic idea of like a restaurant.
Because especially here in Vancouver, it's like you can't have a restaurant around where we live in the suburbs and have it be successful.
No.
We joke about how every time we go past this one place, it's closed. And right now, or like it's under new ownership.
Yeah.
But right now it's an ABC family restaurant, and they've been there for a while. But that's only because I think they're a chain and they can survive a bit longer. There comes a time, there comes a time when if they cut their losses, and I won't ever go to a restaurant that's there because I know it won't be good. Because that spot, even though
we went to that one,
well, that was bad.
It was bad.
What was that, Russ? Was that ABC? No, it was like
it was the one prior to ABC. It was
Kitchen Breakfast or something.
I don't know what it was.
But no, the one that was there for the longest tenure of time, the one that I remember most was like, because I can't remember anything before it, was the Frogstone Grill,
which I think is a standalone thing.
Yeah, there's other ones.
Are there?
Yeah, there's no. I've seen one in Surrey or Maple Ridge.
Might be like a West. It's just sort of like generic food.
It was good, but
place.
They would have live music, which was nice. They'd have people just come in, like local artists, and perform for basically for free. It was like, hey, if you want to play. And that was good. They had somebody on piano just playing like medleys of popular songs.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
I love live music stuff. That always, I don't know, I enjoy that.
But I would get their steak, and their steak was like so good, and it would come up with like this, so much like of the sauce over top of it.
Yeah.
And then you dip your French fries in that like steak ass sauce, and it'd be like, it was good.
Steak fries.
But they're not around anymore. And instead of getting like mints after a meal, you get those little frogs. Those little
what do you mean? Those
little gummy frogs.
Gummy frogs?
You know, like gummy frogs. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. Like if you go to 7-Eleven.
What?
You know, if you go to a 7-Eleven, they have like gummy worms.
They have gummy worms, gummy bears.
You never seen a gummy frog? They're green on the top and white on the bottom.
No.
Jason's fucking nuts. Everybody knows what I'm talking about. You never seen a gummy frog? You've seen candy corn.
I've seen candy corn.
You've never seen gummy frog.
Is it like the same texture and?
No, it's like a gummy. It's like a gummy worm. It's not like a sour one. It's like a regular gummy worm.
I've seen gummy like little Coke bottles.
Yeah.
Gummy like raspberries and things like that.
It's close to the raspberry. Same sort of size. They're like this. Green on top, white on bottom.
Gummy, I'm just going to look
and they're kind of like two different flavors almost. It's all corn syrup. But
yeah.
The top is like a green and the bottom is a white. It's more like marshmallow.
Like this sort of thing, right?
Yeah, those friends.
Never fucking seen that in my life.
That's weird.
It's
like the heart run. Heart jump for heart.
I've seen like a red one that has white under it.
For
like
what?
I don't know. It was just some gummy.
Oh, I know those, but that's nothing. These, yeah.
Yeah.
But you get those instead of mints at the end of your meal.
And it's like a minty?
No, they just I just told you they taste like gummy worms.
Just gummy, okay. I don't know.
It was cute. It was like, oh, Frogstone Grill.
Yeah,
they had frogs all over the place. But yeah, that was a good place. Had a good atmosphere. I just think they were... I don't know what their problem was. I think they were overstaffed is what they were. Remember when we went to that other place? They were understaffed.
Well, they had no patrons.
There was no fucking service. That Frogstone Grill, there were so many people working there. It was like
too much.
Yeah, it's like, well, maybe just hire 5 less people than that, and you get more money. But they thought they needed more. Andrew McClure worked there.
Yeah, and that's why I never went.
That's why I didn't like going there, because I saw him like working and like kind of looking at me, and I'm just like, I'm not gonna make eye contact, and there's no reason for you to come over here.
He was a person we went to school with back in middle school, and
just
was he in our high school? He wasn't, was he?
No, he was just a smelly boy.
Like fucking green hair.
Yeah, he dyed his hair green very bad.
Yeah.
He was an ugly, smelly boy.
Yes.
That's the best way to put it.
Annoying,
ugly, smelly.
You probably you knew one of those people when you were going to school. Just that kid who
you couldn't get the fuck away from you.
Yeah, and it just smelled.
Yeah, he really did. He smelled bad.
Yeah. I think it's a simple problem or a simple solution. Just go shower.
Yeah.
Just go shower.
When his hair was always so like matted and just he was like a mangy dog.
I for some reason in my head I remember him as like having a cone sort of head. Like his head made a triangle shape, and at the top was
his
just this
nose
little,
was also the same shape.
This little bit of hair.
He was like the mayor in Nightmare Before Christmas.
That's funny.
But he also broke his leg.
Did he?
Do you not remember? He broke his leg. Well, I witnessed
Middle school was so long ago, Alex.
Yeah. No, in Tech Ed, you build the little carts, right? And you race down the hill.
I didn't do that one, but I know what you're talking about. Yeah.
Which they must not do that anymore.
Thompson just left this year.
Good. They don't do that anymore. It's not safe. The hill as it is, it's not a straight down hill.
It is a curved...
Yeah, it's a curved hill, and it's like... Well, no, kids were going to get hurt, and sure enough, kid got hurt.
Yeah.
And our he was in my group, and we built this, and my thing was, like, you guys, because we're all arguing, and that was the whole point, where it's like, we're all arguing for input on how we want this to look. I was like, you guys, I don't fucking care how it looks. I'll just make the stuff that goes into it. Like, you get long pieces of wood, you make them into shorter pieces of wood, you sand stuff, so it's like a round thing. I'll do all that shit. I don't care how it fucking looks, as long as... Because I know... He's not going to judge it on how it runs down the hill. He's just going to look at it, and if all the parts are as they should be, sanded properly and all that, we'll get a good grade. So that's all I gave a shit about.
Then he'll go back to his giant pill dispenser. And
he had a jumbo-sized thing of antidepressants.
I feel like we've talked about him on this podcast before.
Maybe, but yeah, so anyways, we went down the hill, and our thing broke on like the very first try. It just like fell apart.
Just in that like cartoon fashion of everything just sort of falls outward.
The brake that you would use for it, and this is how they all were, is you'd have a piece of wood with a rounded thing for a handle, and you'd hold it, and it'd basically just be your e-brake. And you'd pull back on it, and that would touch the ground, and it would have a rubber bottom, so that would slow you down.
Yeah.
So that broke on the very first try. Everybody else's was better. Like, it's not a flawed thing. Like, that's how you'd slow it down. And if it's all rubber bottom, it's not a problem. So everybody else's worked. Our thing broke. Didn't matter. You get it marked before that hand, and then writing it down is fun.
Yeah.
I was not going to ride that thing. Trevor wrote it down. Trevor McBride. He wrote it down, no problem, but it broke. And then the other hill, like, you only ride it down to where the school is. And there's the other hill that led down to the portables.
Wait,
you ride it from the very top.
Oh, I thought you took it from the top where the portables were.
No. It's even more curved.
Yeah.
So it's this huge, like, U shape, and then you're done.
Do you have steering on this? Do you put some sort of steering mechanism, or is it just like a beeline sort of...
Yeah, there's steering.
Okay, there it is.
Because you put it on a bolt. You put the front wheels on like a bolt.
Yeah, so you can sort of swivel it.
Yeah, and you can either have a steering wheel, or you can do it with your feet. Like, you can have your feet on the things and press. So, yeah, there is steering. That's why you have it on that curve, because it was supposed to show. And he gave us like a bunch of designs of previous ones, and there are old ones there that you can look at. But ours was like a foot-controlled one. I think there was one person who tried to do the steering wheel, and theirs didn't work.
Yeah, that's very difficult.
Yeah, very difficult. For fucking 12-year-old tech ed, but
still a fun project.
Yeah, it was. I just wanted to do the parts properly. I ended up sanding off the top of my finger on the circular sander. There's one part where you're supposed to put it, and another part where you're not.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying attention. I put it in the side where you're not. Then the wood flipped up, and it's like I tried to like steady it back down, and I touched
with your fingers.
Yeah, well,
just do this.
Because it was gonna like fly up and hit me in the face. So I was like, ugh, and I ended up sanding off like the complete top of my thumb.
Ah, that grows back.
Well, yeah, it did. It's fine. There's literally like no scarring. Yeah. So it's fine. And I also hurt myself on that hill, but that was in tech ed. Remember, I cut my hand open.
That hill is where I fucking broke my foot.
That hill is dangerous. Shut down the hill. We were rolling this fucking hula hoop thing. Remember, like me, Daryl, and Allie. And I like tried to stop it with my hand, and it was filled with rusty nails.
That's right.
And I cut my hand open. That wasn't too bad.
That hill does need to be shut down. I didn't realize that.
Danger hill. But Andrew McClure tried riding our broken go-kart down that hill.
Yeah.
the brake, he was like, it'll be no problem. The brake didn't work, and he was heading, and it's like, yeah, he knew the brake didn't work, but he was like, no, I'll just put it down, like it was on the hinge.
I'll put my feet down.
That's what he did. He was riding it down the hill, and he started curving towards like where the cement sidewalk is, where there's a big ledge.
Bail out,
and
just jump out.
He was going however fast it was going, and he tried to stop himself with his leg,
which then buckled back, I'm sure.
It buckled back, and then the go-kart slammed into it. So he's like screaming at the top of his lungs because he smashes his fucking leg up. Yeah. And I'm just laughing my ass off. I like fell down in laughter, and I knew how badly he was hurt.
Yeah.
And I couldn't stop laughing. It was
Alex Hanley, ladies and gentlemen.
It was so funny to watch that idiot get hurt, because it's like right as he was doing it, I was like, you shouldn't do that. Like, the brake doesn't work. There's no reason for you to do. It'll be fine. It'll be funny.
Yeah.
And yeah, it was funny. But yeah, he broke his leg really bad for the rest of like the year, for like 6 months.
Now that you say that, I do remember.
And
like,
that added to the stinkiness. Yeah. It's like it's hard to, I guess, shower if you have a fucking broken ass leg.
Case in point, that's why we never ate at the Frogstone Grill, because there's a stinky man working there. Stinky boy man. Case in point,
see the Odessa Barbie on Vice. So we got a lot of stuff to cover.
We do. Let's start off. There's a lot of news about Superman, Batman, but let's talk about a little bit of SuperRoboPlay stuff of what we're doing.
Yes.
So we've had this solo week go on for the past week now. If you haven't seen, Alex and I have been doing videos individually.
By the time if you're watching this on YouTube,
it'll have been 2 weeks ago.
Yeah,
roughly.
Well, if you're seeing this on YouTube, there will have been some solo week stuff carrying over to the week, but we'll have our regular programming back again.
Yeah.
But if you're listening to this on iTunes, the day it comes out, solo week has just ended.
Yeah, which we will actually, I think, carry on with the solo idea. We won't call it solo week anymore.
Won't be called solo week. That was just like a test trial of some things to come.
Yeah, but basically, we just want to try something different of doing these videos on our own and then editing them in a certain way. It was very different compared to our usual videos, where we'll sit down and we'll play a game live. We'll play it for an hour or whatever and chop it up. Whereas this was us playing a video game for half an hour to an hour, and then taking sort of the best parts and cutting up so it's just like, I don't know, it maintains its entertainment value, I feel, better compared to just doing a long segment. I
said to Jason for the solo week stuff that my inspiration for it was twofold. I said to Jason when he was doing his, because he did his first, to do it like Rage Quit from Achievement Hunter, Let's Play, YouTube, Rooster Teeth. That's what I'm trying to get across. Michael of that. And he'll play a shitty game for however long and then cut it down just to him raging out. So it's like, strip out the raging out and just have it be the reactions. And what was your first one again?
I did Rogue Legacy.
Rogue Legacy, right. And
Fun game.
I like that one. But I think like once you saw mine, like it changed how it was, because it was like you were kind of doing it like off of my idea, and then I did mine more to like this is how it was going to be. Yeah. And it like watching mine, there's definite times where I'm sort of like watching it going like, oh, this is kind of like Rage Quit. It's longer than Rage Quit. Yeah. Does his stuff. But we're also, I showed Jason for inspiration. There's guys called Vine Sauce, and those guys, Vine Sauce will stream for hours, and then they'll make videos on YouTube of like just the best parts of their stream. Yeah. So it's the same concept. But they usually do like corruptions or really weird games,
glitching out, emulation stuff, and just weird shit. They've been featured on Kotaku, so I had seen them before.
Yeah, and they're fun. They're funny guys.
Super funny, because the main guy at Vine Sauce is just like
Vinny.
What is going on? He's very like low key, and then shit will happen. It's just like it makes me laugh. Mm-hmm. But no, I did
watch some of the other guys too. There's Joey. There are some other funny ones.
Yeah, I need to go through
There's one where they do what do they call them? The Japonies.
What?
They do this like there's this game called like Japanese Pony Racing or something. 2013.
I saw that was put on Rooster Teeth this past week too. They were featuring it
because of and that's like a really weird game. And they did. I saw that first on Vine Sauce, and it's just like like that game is just hilarity.
It's if you haven't seen it, it's Japanese oddity boiled down to like,
or it looks like horse racing, like you'd see in fucking Seabiscuit or something like that, or the Kentucky Derby.
Yeah.
But instead of horses, there's an elephant with a horse head on its trunk, and there's a robot horse.
Oh, there's 6 men who are dressed up like a horse running.
My favorite one is, I can't remember what he has a Japanese name, but they kept like calling him something in the Vine Sauce video. They're calling like "Yeah Boy Swag" or something like that. There's one who's standing on its hind legs and he's sidestepping. I think he's wearing boxing gloves or something too. He's got weird gloves on.
Yeah,
but he just sidesteps. That one's my favorite.
It's the weirdest thing.
They have a Komodo dragon.
Yeah, they have everything. Everything you could think of is in this game.
Yeah, so it's just ridiculous. But you'll watch them race and you'll have no idea, because you'll see like the Komodo dragon will be in last place like by a mile, and then in the last second he'll just turbocharge and win.
It's literally Mario Party 2 with the fucking, I'm going to choose Boo, I'm going to choose Bomb-Omb, I'm going to choose Womp, and then you let them race.
Yeah, and then somehow fucking Bomb-Omb is losing, and then he somehow, at the end, he wins.
He lights his fuse and he turbocharges ahead. It's like,
yeah, there was one where one of the bad ones was losing, and then they all start doing like a conga line, and they're like going in a circle, and they're all going in a circle. Meanwhile, the guy who's in last place wasn't part of the conga line, and he wins, but it looked like he was going to lose. So it's a fun game. Like, if it's almost kind of like a drinking game where it's like you place bets on who you want to win. I was going to
say, like, you don't actually control anything.
No, I don't believe so.
Okay.
You just choose one, and you're like, I choose it. I support this guy.
That'd be really funny to play at some point.
Well, yeah, it's not really playing, but it's just like, but yeah, it would be interesting to see, because I wonder how many different variations they have, like how many different possible things.
Yeah.
Because there's one where I saw like 2 of them like are fighting, and it's like, I wonder if that can happen between any of them, if it's all completely random, or if there are only so many certain outcomes.
Yeah.
Because I saw one where it was like there's a Komodo dragon. I think there's a turtle as well. And
just lots of things.
Yeah, at the very end, the Komodo dragon and the turtle are both like supercharging, and I think the turtle won, like just edged him out by a little bit. Huh. So yeah, very interesting game. So it was inspired by Vine Sauce,
things like that,
Rage Quit, where just a different style from what we're currently doing. So yeah, we did Rogue Legacy, Jet Set Radio, System Shock 2,
Fallout New Vegas, FTL went up today,
FTL, and Tekken Revolution.
Yeah, all completely different games. I think that's why people were enjoying this week, and that we weren't doing our like tried and true stuff. We were just like, let's do something different.
And the way I think it'll go from here on is we will still do Misconnections. We will still do all the stuff we were doing before, Pokemon, Pixelmon. We'll finish up Demon's Souls. Not too much left of that.
Yeah.
We'll finish up Sonic CD. Not too much left of that. But you'll still see solo stuff sprinkled in here and there, because we do like doing it, and it's a different sort of flavor. So
yeah,
you'll still see that.
The nice thing about it is that we don't have to reconvene. We don't have to set everything up, get everything all in order. It's just like, I'm going to play a game, and let's record it. Just see what happens.
Yeah, that's what happened. There's a new one coming out. I won't spoil what it is, because it won't be out when this comes out. But yeah, no, I was looking in the PlayStation Store. I was like, I want to try that out. And I was about to play it, and I was like, well, I might as well like record myself playing it and do like a little review thing of it. So I did that.
And that's almost the problem now, where
you don't, when you go to play video games, you feel like you're not being productive. So you might as well record yourself.
I went to go play FTL, and I was just like, I should do something with this. I shouldn't just play it for fun. That game, though, I'm not sure if you've watched the video. So much fun. I think you'd have a blast with it.
I watched like a minute, and then I was like, fuck this guy. No, I haven't watched it yet.
It's the perfect amount of like micromanagement, where you can like pause, and that's what I was explaining to you before, but it's like, it's just so much fun that you can name all your people. So it's sort of like XCOM in that regard, where it's like you want to XCOM, you want to, promote your guys and improve them, and then you'll go on a mission where it's like, the spaceship, it seems to have life forms, would you like to visit it? It's like, yes. It's like, oh, there was actually giant horse people on it, and Alex died. I'm like, no, he was my fucking weapons officer. But yeah, tons of fun.
So there's lots of like random events. It's kind of like Neopets.
It's kind of like Neopets. Lots of random events. Super difficult game, though.
I slipped in a Neopet joke into Jet Set Radio.
Did you?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you did.
There's something where the poison jelly or something like the poison jam.
I was
like, oh, that sounds like a Neopets item.
Alex has been playing, him and Adam, just nonstop playing Neopets. Are you still on this Neopets kick?
Yeah, why not?
I don't know. It's Neopets.
It's a fun ass game. Is this something like I was like, because I actually played RuneScape a bit, and I was playing
the new one.
I guess yes, the
RuneScape 3 or whatever.
Yes.
Yeah.
And that was a fucking nightmare and a half.
What? But you love RuneScape.
I did, but it starts off and it's like, oh my god, Java cutscenes via browser that you just can't stop, and they don't play fucking well. What?
They switched it. The whole thing is
there's HTML5 and there's Java.
Yeah,
there's both.
Huh.
Maybe HTML5 would run better, but the Java cutscenes that wouldn't end. And finally, when they do end, like it wouldn't look better in HTML5. They just look.
It may just run better.
It didn't. It wasn't running bad. It just looked like shit.
Oh, okay.
It looked like dog shit. But yeah. Then there's tutorials.
Yeah.
But I couldn't get out of it. It's like my guy is like level 35. I just want to go play on his shit. Why
is he still there?
Yeah,
oh.
It's the same guy I've always had since like 1999 or whatever. Whenever they fucking launched the game.
Mm-hmm.
And I even looked. I was like, is there a list of oldest players? And there was something on like the RuneScape forum of like, these are the list of the first 2,000 players or something. Yeah. And I was like looking and I'm like, I'm not here, so that can't be an accurate list. Well, no, it's like, oh, this list must have been like, they started record keeping at a certain point.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't an official list. It was just like, here's a list of, I think it's from like screenshots or something. I'm not sure how they compiled the list. But I was playing that game when there were only 50 people. And it's like, well, I had to have been in the first 2,000 because I literally remember like the first 50 people. It was
crazy.
It was just like 50.
Yeah.
And there were you could like, there was like Lumbridge and Varrock, and like there were like three places you could go.
And that was it.
And there was like two quests. And you could mine and you could do this and that.
That was my problem. I fucking hated the look of that game.
Yeah.
Compared to something like Diablo 2, which was like so pretty.
How it looked when it was like in its version. And they have RuneScape Classic now. You can actually play it how it used to look.
Really?
Yeah. But I don't think you can play it with the same character. You play with a different character. The problem with that game is it's not a free game.
What do you mean?
You can play for free, but that's like 10% of the content. 90% of the content is membership stuff. That's always been the case, and that's why I stopped playing.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that. I mean, that makes sense. It's a free-to-play MMO.
Neopets, it holds up. Not a lot has changed, but there's a lot of new stuff. But the old stuff you remember is still the same,
which is weird.
So, but it's good because it's like, oh, I still remember all of this shit, and all the new shit is fun too. So basically, I just check in once a day, and there's like 10 or 12 things you can do in a day, and then I'm done.
You make some money, make some Neo points.
Yeah, I've got. I keep going up and then going back down, but I have around 100,000 Neo points, and Adam has like 250.
You finished your secret lab map yet?
Fuck no.
Oh.
You gave me that and I sold it.
What?
Sold that for 8K.
What?
It's worth like 6K, so it was a good turnover for that. Man. It's not worth anything. I can buy another one for fucking 6K.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's all about little gains. Like I'm making 25 Neopoint interest a day, which is like 9,000 for a year, which is good. But you want to keep putting more Neopoints into the bank and raising your bank account level than taking the money out. So like me and Adam will just swap our points like that. So he gave me all of his so I could raise my bank level, and then I gave him back, and we just did that.
Yeah.
So we're at like 250,000.
It's like snowballing, except instead of cum, it's Neopoints.
Neopoints. Yeah, that game is fun. My Neopet looks like a fucking badass.
Your T-Rex guy?
My Grarl. I got when you played for for like a night.
And then I realized it's like, what the fuck am I doing? You
have 150 Neo Cash, which is different, which is a new thing.
Yes.
Actually, it doesn't stand for that. It says NC, so it's always NC. And I'm like, well, what does NC mean? Nick Cash. It's owned by Nickelodeon now.
Oh, fuck that.
So it's Nick Cash. But you start with 150 NC, and you got.
I got a little bow tie and a slave's mask.
Yeah. And I got this like badass scepter. So my guy, the interesting thing is if you go to the money tree, and the money tree is this place where there's just discarded items.
Yeah.
So if you throw away an item, it goes to the money tree and someone else can click it and get it. Yeah. You can get 10 items a day like that. And that's the most fun I have, just trying to get bargains like that. But you will see those Nick Cash items in the money tree at the very bottom.
Oh.
Sometimes it'll just be like generous. Because the thing is, say...
They just sprinkle that in there.
I don't know if it's that or if it's somebody... They have these like things where it's... you buy like a capsule and you can just get a random item in a capsule.
Yeah.
So if you already have the item in question and you don't want it, I think you can just throw it away.
Because you can't sell it?
Yeah, because you can't. There's nowhere to sell it. Because it's not a regular item. It's an NC item, which is different.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's that or if it's them sprinkling them in. It just says generous NC mall shopper as for who gave it away.
People are going to be listening right now and being like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Neopets. Check it out. It's free. Better than fucking RuneScape, where 90% of the stuff is membership.
Yeah.
There is a subscriber thing on Neopets where you can subscribe, and it's $8 a month. I'm not going to do it. So I looked at it.
You say that now,
you get fairy scratch card, or you get scratch cards, and you can win stuff with that. You get those every week, so you get 4 in a month.
Yeah.
And you get like more random happenings, and they're always positive. They're always money ones, where it's like you just found 3,000 Neo points.
Yeah.
So there's more of those. You can have 5 Neopets. Normally the max is 4.
Okay.
Which is bad. So it's like if you get that, and then you're like, oh, I have a 5th Neopet, and then your thing expires.
Well, yeah. Which one does it delete?
It doesn't delete. It says you have to put one of them up in the pound. That's it.
Oh.
So it's like that it forces you to keep subscribing, otherwise you're going to lose one of your Neopets. So it's smart and it's bad. But the thing that is most interesting is that they have normally there's the shop wizard where you can go search for an item in the shops.
I remember Shop Wizard.
Yeah, and he will search like just a cross section of all the shops, because everybody has a shop. So there's millions of them. There's just so many shops. So it'll search like a cross section of the shops each time. So you refresh, then it searches another cross section for the item that you want. But if you get the subscriber thing, there's a super shop wizard.
Of course there is.
And so instead of just searching a cross section, it searches all the shops. So
Which is very useful.
Yeah, so you will get the cheapest possible one that is up. So yeah, that's the most useful thing. And it's like that's the thing that'll get you the richest. So if you invested $8, you could probably get you can get a lot of Neo points just using the shop wizard.
Get your return
buying something
quickly.
that for as cheap as possible and then auctioning it.
Yeah.
And the way I'll do things, like I'll buy something for really cheap if I see like, oh, that's cheaper than it should be. I'll buy that, put it in the auctions for the exact same price that I bought it for.
Yeah.
Because that way people will auction on it, and I'll usually, no matter what, I'll get my money back.
Yeah.
So it's the perfect investment. And if nobody bids on it, I just get it back in my inventory. So I was doing that.
And it's like, that's all the stuff I used to do.
Yeah, it's all economy stuff.
Way
so it's
back.
like you think, oh, Neopets, this and that. It's like, it's all just like
It's
all
all
metagame economy stuff.
Yeah.
Like putting money in the bank. Yeah, it's a lot of just like item management.
That's the thing. It's like going to all these websites looking for like, okay, what's trending right now? And, oh, I gotta buy this, gotta sell.
Yeah, I saw there was somebody who was selling bottled fairies for 150 Neo points. And I was like, oh, I bought like 20 of them.
There's a lot of market manipulation going on in that game.
Well, that was dirt cheap. That was like the cheapest I had ever seen them.
Yeah.
And they're valuable. You can use them to upgrade your Neopets. But I put them all on auction for 300. So I doubled all the money I put in. It was brilliant. And they were all going for 300 plus.
Yeah.
So that was perfect.
No, I think it's very fascinating looking at games like that, MMOs and stuff, and watching their economy. And just like seeing how the economy works is, I don't know. A lot of like good game companies will actually hire a professional like economic analyst to like look at a game's economy and like, well, how do we fix this and how do we do that?
They even have fucking stock markets in there.
Yeah.
And boy, was that a bad idea.
It's tricky because it's all random. It's not like real stocks.
I know. I was just looking at it. I was like, okay, I'll buy low, sell high. That's what they always say, buy low, sell high.
Yeah.
Okay, these guys have lost 50%. I'll invest in them because it's dirt cheap right now. No, they just keep losing. They keep getting worse. So I lost all that money. But I made one smart one. Don't buy low, sell high, but don't buy low. Watch a company.
Buy moderately.
This applies to real life, and it applies especially to Neopets, which is more important.
Far more important.
You watch a company get like a 1% or 2% gain, invest in those ones.
Yeah.
In the hopes that they'll climb to 5 or 10. And they usually will. So you get
it's like bonds. You have more accountability of just like, you won't make as much return, but it's like you'll make a little bit and you get it back, or you do high risk stuff, which
but the thing is, if those 1 or 2% ones, if you were to put all of your money into that, there would be huge gains.
There would be.
Yeah. So, but it's obviously way more risky.
Yeah.
But yeah, I have like 100,000. I took some out to, I got my first paintbrush.
Oh, did you? Did you buy it?
Yeah. I saw a good deal for
Paintbrushes. You can paint your Neopets. It looks different. You got some cool ones like Ghost and shit.
Oh, they have way cooler ones than from our childhood.
Really?
Eventide or Eventide. I don't know how they pronounce it. Where your Neopet, at the top of his head to the bottom of his feet, it'll be like a gradient, but it'll be the night sky to the morning.
What?
So it'll be like darkness to like sunset. So he's like sunset or sunrise colors. That's my favorite one. It's so classic.
Weird. No,
so expensive. It's like 1.7 million.
That's not new though. In Guild Wars, Guild Wars 2, the most expensive item that's like to get, which takes people months to get, is something called Dusk to Dawn, I think. And the whole thing is the sword. Yeah, it like at night it has this. It looks like you can look into the sword's blade, and it goes to this like red void. And as the day passes, like it starts to sunrise and stuff in the sword. Mm-hmm. It's a big thing. People like that. People like seeing day to night transition.
Well, it's just such a cool thing to see on your Neopet. Yeah. So there's that one, and there's also the transmogrification potions.
Yeah.
That'll turn them into mutants.
Yeah.
And those ones, all the mutants look really different. There's also the Moroccan paintbrush. The Moroccan paintbrush is just like, that's the underwater portion of Neopets.
Okay.
But if you like my main Neopet is a Grarl, and he's like a T-Rex. He looks like Reptar. And if you paint him with the Moroccan paintbrush, he just turns into Jaws. He just turns into like a shark. And it looks so cool.
See, that was always the coolest thing about Neopets, is getting these paintbrushes that, like, some of them will... Yeah, some of them
baby turns them into a little baby.
Oh, it's this little baby.
There's also Royal Boy, and Royal Boy just makes them... They have, like, a king's hat, not a crown, a king's hat.
A king's hat.
And they have, like, a robe, and they look like a king. They look like royalty. And their skin color changes a little bit, but it's, like, that one's... It's just the fact it's called Royal Boy.
It's literally shiny. It's shiny stuff of just, like... Oh, there's so many, and like that's how you differentiate, and then you battle them. Are you battling at all?
Yeah, I go to the battle dome every day.
See, now that you're talking about, I'm like, oh yeah, I remember all the cool stuff with Neopets. But
I fight. There's like 3 computers I can beat every day, and if you're lucky, they'll drop something good. They'll drop code stones.
Yeah.
And you can sell code stones for a pretty good return, especially if you're getting them for free. But no, I bought a glowing paintbrush, so it's just makes your guy glow.
Yeah,
but it's like my guy was already green, so it's like a neon green, and I got it for like $12,000, which is a good deal.
It's pretty good.
Yeah, so it wasn't a huge investment. So I was like, And if you look at my guy, I have way more NC items because I just sit at the money tree. And if you the later at night you go on the money tree, especially I got 4 NC items last night.
Yeah,
because all the kids were asleep.
But what about all the Aussies?
Huh? None of them play because they're too busy drinking Fosters.
I guess.
But yeah, my guy has the Hero of Neopia mask. So he has like a cartoon, like superhero mask.
I'm trying to find... This is the problem. In school, we did a redesign of Neopets because the website itself is the worst navigation stuff. Oh, where is my inventory? Oh, I have to go to customize? Yeah. It's like, that doesn't make any sense.
How do you change your avatar? Oh, you go to community, Neoboards, preferences, change avatar.
It's the worst stuff, and
it's that's the same. It's the exact same. They haven't changed anything. They put all their money into things like Habitarium, which is like a good Flash game.
Yeah, and the problem is it's legacy shit. It's the problem that people have where...
But if they change it, it becomes like RuneScape. It's like, once you get to know it, it's like, oh, okay. But for new people...
For new people, it's just...
Especially because this is a kid's game. For new kids...
I'm trying to find you. This is the worst.
Just go search Roboboots.
I went to like my Neo friends. I clicked on you. Can't click on you.
Everybody, if you want to see me and Jason's Neopets... You got to go to Roboboots and SuperRoboPlay on Neopets.
I'm trying to see if it's /user. Now it's taking forever to load, so I don't know.
If you just search Roboboots.
That's what I tried, and now it's taking forever.
Yeah, just wait. It's searching everything.
Shoot. I put Roboots.
Well, no wonder. But no, it's searching the entire database.
Yeah. Now I'm searching Roboboots.
Yeah, so and I went to the Pound and I got a Zuitalk. Her name is Raina Lee. Okay. She's very, very nice.
Okay.
She was so hungry and she was so sad. I had to take her in.
My guy Techo, he is dying.
Oh yeah, that happens.
Oh, you look pretty fucking cool, your guy.
I know. He's glowing. He's got that sick ass mask.
He's got like a superhero
Yeah,
mask.
but look at his little necklace.
Yeah.
And he's got a scepter. All that stuff you see is all Neocache items. And go look at my my Zuitalk and my Rainali. I also have a Piofin, and he's got a beard.
I don't know how I do that.
Huh? Oh, go to like. Oh, did you click on my?
I'm at your user page. I don't know how to fucking
owner Roboboots.
Yeah. Okay, just click on that.
Yeah.
And let's look at this.
It should have all my Neopets there. The Grundo is not mine. He's going away soon.
Oh yeah, Rainali.
Yeah, she got a little dangly on her ear.
Yep.
She has a bow, sick ass bow. On my Piofin, he got a sick ass beard. You can't quite see it, but on his eye, he has face paint, but it's face paint in the design of fucking steampunk eye patch.
You're really digging into all this Neopet stuff, eh?
It's fun. I check in like once a day.
Yeah.
The thing that'll really keep you there is fucking Habitarium, and I stopped playing Habitarium.
I have yet to check that out. I went to start playing it. It was just like tutorial. I was like,
oh, and the tutorial's like 5 minutes.
Okay.
It's really short.
It's been like 3 minutes. I'm like, I just want to fucking play this.
2 more minutes. Yeah, it's just like Farmville. You have little pets, the P3s they call them. Yeah, they call them P3s. And you just like set them to harvest stuff.
I've played games similar to it.
And the thing is, if you stay on, you keep it on, you get way more stuff. If you leave, you don't really get stuff.
It doesn't
and your guys fucking get hungry and get tired.
If you leave?
They'll get hungry and tired faster if you're not there. So I left it off for like 2 days, and 18 of them died.
Out of
31.
Spoiled half.
But luckily I was smart. Before I stopped playing, I grew like 15 eggs, so I made it all back. So
Neopets, guys. Half an hour talk on Neopets.
Fucking free. It's fun.
It's enjoyable.
For kids, it's great. For adults, it's better.
Yeah.
You can understand the economy.
I have to imagine it's better than like...
I messaged somebody, I just went, "You're a good girl." She replied with, "You're creepy."
That's how you get banned, Alex. I'm telling.
She bought a bunch of stuff off of me from the auction. And she added me as a Neo friend afterwards, because I guess she wanted to like check to see if I had more auctions. Like, because I was selling, I think it was the fairies, and she bought like all the fairies basically off of me.
She want them fairies.
I messaged her and went, "You're a good girl."
But no, it's the same reason people play shit like EVE Online, where they just go in to check up on stuff, deal with the economy. It's like, I don't know, people enjoy that.
Old check-ins.
Yeah, maybe I'll check it out more.
Casual game and play the hardcore games. Play Dark Souls, Demon Souls, but I love my Neopets. We got Gamescom stuff to talk about.
Yeah, there's been a lot of games news. Like, we know the PS4 is coming out
November
15th.
15th.
It's a week after my birthday. It's like, I don't know. I'm not I'm not going to buy it.
I've always said I'm going to get it for Christmas.
Yeah. I think it is going to be very difficult to get it, the PS4. They're going to like make it that way, so it's hard to find.
I think I'm just going to get mine on Amazon or some shit.
Yeah. But
then it's not difficult.
I think it's smart. I have to imagine there's going to be some sort of bundle at Christmas, some sort of like you were saying before, PlayStation Plus or...
I want a Battlefield.
A game.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they've already announced there's a Battlefield 4 bundle, so that's what I'll get.
Yeah.
That's the game I'm most interested in. Never played a Battlefield in my life. I saw the trailer for for Battlefield 4. I went, "That's Omar from The Wire," and the graphics are fucking unreal.
Yeah.
So I want to play this. And then they showed off the shit at E3, and I went, "This is fucking mind-blowing."
Yeah, it looks pretty cool.
And 60 frames per second, 1080p, that'll be fucking amazing.
I just want to fly jets in that plane.
You want to fly
jets
in that plane?
What?
That's exactly what you said.
Did I say that?
I said, "I want to fly jets in that plane." I
went to say
fly jets in that plane.
I went to say fly jets in that game.
Yeah. Jason Church.
Yeah, it looks fun. Again, I played Battlefield 2142 years ago.
I played Battlefield 1942, so that doesn't really count. It's a downloadable game.
Yeah, mine was a disc one.
Yeah, this is $15. This is 1942, and there's like 2 levels.
I didn't care much for it. It was like, it's a shooter.
I don't know if I bought that. I got that from somebody. That's what. I downloaded that illegally.
I got that game when I went to the EA studio here, and they were like, everyone gets a free game. And it's like, well, what are the selections? Sims 3, Pets Edition, Battle. I guess I'll take Battlefield. I don't know. But yeah, there isn't a whole lot, to be honest, of games.
And now you're going to work there.
Well, I applied. We'll see.
Jason Church, the new John Riccatello.
Yeah.
John Riccatello, known for his prowess with words, same with Jason Church.
Nice.
John Riccatello. PlayStation 4 and Xbox One will be bigger than the other ones. It's like, well, no shit. I already knew that.
No, I applied at a bunch of different places, like places downtown and stuff, just to see what we'll get. I don't know.
Starbucks?
Yes, Starbucks.
Hey guys, I can make a game. Watch this. Start stacking the cups. So you tap on this one.
Like, can I please have my coffee? Fuck you, man.
Jason, stop this. Well, I can do the Anna Kendrick thing. Just watch. Take it for Why is that such a sensation?
I don't know.
I watched
Anna
it.
Kendrick.
Yeah, well, she's adorable, but I watched Pitch Perfect. I like that movie.
God, I'd fucking rape her. Did I say that out loud?
You wouldn't.
I would.
You're a nice man. She's a nice woman.
She turned me.
Turned you to a rapist.
Rape is not a joke.
Apparently it is to Jason.
Rape jokes are
hire him. He's hireable, everybody. Hire him, EA. Don't bring Anna Kendrick to the studios.
Don't.
But no, I saw that on YouTube. They have like a music video for it. I'm like, there's like a music video for it.
Yes.
And it has 50 million views. I was like, what
Yes.
the fuck, man? People chill out.
Fucking people watch that. They don't watch fucking NES Nostalgia-rama.
Yeah.
Only 1,500. It's the same thing, guys.
Did you see her GQ photo shoot?
No.
She like I saw it because I follow her on Twitter. She got a great Twitter. She just replied to like GQ and she went, boobies.
What?
Oh, it's like she bearing it all. She wearing some skimpy dimpies. She's looking good. I've always liked Anna Kendrick.
Yeah.
Always been a support. She's in a movie called Rocket Science, and I first saw her in that years and years ago.
Boobies.
Yeah, boobies.
Nice.
No, I saw Anna Kendrick in Rocket Science before she was in Twilight, before any of this stuff, and I loved her in Rocket Science, so I've always liked her. And then she's sort of, blown up. It's just weird for me. Like, I watched this indie movie because I heard it was a really good movie, and she's in it, and she's excellent in it. And then I watched her in Up in the Air, and she's great in Up in the Air. But just, like, to see her be, like, this internet... Yeah, like, this fucking 50 million views. Like, whoa, this is weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a miniature... maybe it's even bigger than the Jennifer Lawrence thing.
I think it is.
Maybe. It's hard to say. The thing is, like... I'm not sure that all guys maybe know who Anna Kendrick is. They're starting to.
They will. Mark my words, this time next year.
But just hearing people like Jack on the Rooster Teeth podcast talk about Jennifer Lawrence,
I don't like the way Jack...
It irks me. It's like
the
Jack, you are 50 years old.
You are turning 70 next year. You need to settle down.
You are an octogenarian, Jack. Stop it.
You have an Australian girlfriend. You need to stop.
Who was 100 years younger than you.
She is an infant to you, Jack.
She is. You're dating a fetus, Jack.
Jack, if you're listening to this.
Jack from Rooster Teeth. He is 30 years old, but he seems like a 45-year-old.
He seems like he is turning 70.
But yeah, I don't like...
What's up, guys?
I don't like how he talks about Jennifer Lawrence being like hot and stuff. It's like...
Or Kate Upton.
Yeah, Kate Upton, she brings it on. Because Kate Upton, it's...
But it's the way...
That I'm okay with. Because, like, no, Kate Upton is meant to be lusted over. Because she is an object of desire. But Jennifer Lawrence is a human being. Kate Upton is not. Kate Upton is younger than us.
Yeah, I know.
Jennifer Lawrence is just a little bit older than us.
I had an argument with Abby the other day, my sister, when we were watching the VMAs, because she was like, no, Miley Cyrus is like 25. I'm like,
no.
She's younger than us. I swear to fucking
she's
God.
Younger than us.
And we looked up, and
19.
sure enough, she's only a year younger than us.
Oh, she's 20 now?
I think she's turning 20 this year.
Oh, yeah, so she's 19.
Or she is, I don't know. But,
I think your math sucks.
No.
I'm pretty sure she's 19.
She was born in 92, so it's like she can either be 19 or 20. We'll see. Or 20 or 21.
If you Google Miley Cyrus, the thing it'll tell you.
Whatever. Still, I'm just saying.
We're turning 22, so we're 2 years older than Miley. But yeah, it's like people think of her, she's like 25. no, she's just... Do you remember like 2 years ago where she didn't look like this? And
Yeah.
she was still on Hannah Montana?
Yeah.
It's like, that wasn't that long ago.
It was not long. That was like 2008,
Justin
2009.
Bieber, he's like 35.
Yeah.
No, he's younger than us.
It's weird.
Yeah.
I don't like it.
Well, that's what the weird thing is. Like, Kate Upton is younger than us. It's like, oh, the people that are like the new hot supermodels are all going to be younger than us.
95, 96, I want to say. Those people are 18. Something like that.
Yeah.
It's getting there.
Well, I was talking to somebody who is, 17?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that works.
They were probably born 96.
Yeah, 96, and that was the thing. I was talking to them, and I was like, holy shit, you weren't alive when Toy Story came out. And it's like, that's so weird.
Yeah.
That they came into a world where Toy Story already existed.
Yeah.
Where I was 4 years old when that came out.
Yeah.
I remember watching that on VHS like crazy.
Yeah, I was 8 years old when that came out.
Are you 30? Yeah. What's up, guys? Jason here.
I'm just going to grow a really big beard.
You should.
No!
It's a good look.
I hate it. I hate the scratchiness. I hate the... And I realize my beard doesn't grow. I have more
We've
beard
talked
growth
about this.
here. And on the sides, it's...
Yeah, but that's like Keanu Reeves. Everybody likes it.
He's never grown a good beard.
I know, it's always been really patchy, but it's
Yeah.
Keanu. Who cares? He doesn't age either.
No, he doesn't.
But no, I was thinking about Jennifer Lawrence is just like... Even guys are just like... Oh, never wins. It's like...
Is that what they say?
They're like... Men are just like... Ugh, like she's meat. But it's like, I just want to... And then there are the other people. It's like, I can't... It's like, me and Jennifer Lawrence, we used to be BFFs. Me and her.
I did not... Okay, continue.
We used to be BFFs. Now we're donezo. It's like, I'll watch your movies, but I can't rave about you anymore.
You used to rave about her.
It's too mainstream. It's happened. It's like... And then I'm just like everybody else raving about her. It's like, we get it. She's a great actress. She's very beautiful.
Yeah.
I'm done.
Nice butt.
I sang...
She's got a nice butt.
Oh. And boobs. But I was singing her praise.
Wait. Are you an ass man or a tits man?
Neither.
No. You can't. Everyone is either an ass man and a tits man. I asked someone else this. They're like, I'm a face man. I'm like, that doesn't fucking
No, I'm not
count.
a face man. But it's hard to say. The thing is...
I'm not asking what you enjoy about women. I'm saying if you had a preference.
I'm not going to be like, oh, the personality, because I don't give a shit about that. No, but I'm saying, like, I don't... For a girl's boobs, doesn't matter to me if they're small, doesn't matter to me if they're big. There's no preference for boobs on their size. I think boobs are boobs as long as they're nice looking. Sometimes boobs can just be weird looking. Not into those. But size, if the girl is like an A cup and they look nice, I don't care. If they're fucking zillion cup, and they look nice, I don't care.
Yeah.
With butts, I think it's easier to have a bad butt than it is to have a bad chestal.
In my opinion.
So I'd say I'm a tit man, but
I can't trust you then. There's no such thing as a badass man. That's what I've learned.
What does that mean, a badass?
There's no such thing in this world as a badass man. Think about this.
Batman.
Think about this. I was reading something, and I realized that in the end, boobs are nothing more than fake asses. That way back in evolution, that people, when we were on all four, what would we see in front of us? We'd see the ass. It'd always be there. It'd be present. And as we've risen to...
I agree with you that an ass is more functional.
I'm not even saying that, but I'm saying... If I were to have the original or the imitation, of course I'd choose the original.
Nah, that's stupid.
There's no such thing as a badass, man. Gotta go with the ass. Gotta go with the ass. Anyways, continue. Jennifer Lawrence.
Well, if you're asked the question of, like, would you rather have a chick who had an amazing ass but no terrible tits, or an amazing tits and bad ass? I'd say there are a lot of girls who are like white girls where it's like they got a white girl butt, they got no butt. But they got a nice rack. Adversely, if they got no boobs, but they got a great ass, it's like, I think I go with the other one. I think I go with the boobs.
See, in my opinion, I gotta go with
because who has that, right? Who has flat chest but big butt? Like,
I'm not even saying big butt. But
nice
like,
butt.
Nice, something to grab onto. Boobs, I think, are fun. Boobs are great. You gotta get a nice ass. That's...
Yeah, I saw photos of Jennifer Lawrence on like Reddit, 'cause Reddit's crazy about her. Like an Imgur gallery. And someone had like captioned this like some party, and there was like a black woman passed out on Jennifer Lawrence's lawn, and they were like calling the cops on her.
I saw that.
Yeah. But she looks banging.
That's the image I had in my head when I said she has a nice ass. She's wearing tight yoga pants
and she's wearing a tank top with no bra.
Yep.
And they're just perky. Mm-hmm. And there's some like woman in the comments who's just like, I wish my boobs looked like that when I didn't wear a bra.
She don't got Parkinson's disease. She got
it's Jack calling.
She got that.
It's Jack calling. He's angry. He's angry we called him 80.
What's up, guys? Jack here.
What's up, guys? I'll talk about Jennifer Lawrence all I fucking want.
Jack, now you want? Okay, I'm sorry.
But
no, she ain't got Parkinson's disease. She's got Parkinson's disease.
Okay, stop ringing.
Got perky.
We're safe from Jack.
So that's our segment that we like to call listen to us object. So the next segment.
Okay, wait. Fuck, marry, kill. Anna Kendrick, Jennifer Lawrence, Kate Upton.
Ooh.
Because I already know.
I'd fuck Jennifer Lawrence. I'd marry Anna Kendrick, and I'd kill Kate Upton. I think that's the only. That's.
Oh, well, you could. I think you could switch spot. Jennifer Lawrence and Anna Kendrick. No, I'd mine would be the exact same.
Yeah.
But I think people could either go either way. But I agree that Kate Upton would be the one who would be killed.
Well,
someone would come and replace her, like Ray Ayanami.
Exactly. No, it's like, here's this pretty girl, but I think at the end of the day,
there will be more pretty girls.
There'll be more pretty girls. But I feel like
you couldn't kill Anna Kendrick and Jennifer Lawrence without the world losing something.
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like they'd be very interesting in bed. Whereas Kate Upton, she looks pretty, but I don't think she'd.
Actually, I'd have to switch Anna Kendrick and Jennifer Lawrence. I'd marry Jennifer Lawrence. Anna Kendrick is very short. I don't think it would work out.
Works perfectly for me.
Yeah. See, in that way, you could have Anna Kendrick and I got Jennifer Lawrence.
We could swap them.
Well, wait. Did you fuck Jennifer Lawrence?
You
fucked each other's wives.
Wait, why are there two dead bodies of Kate Upton?
Everybody's dead.
Oh my god.
Something terrible stuff.
What has transpired?
It really is a Ray Ayanami thing.
Yeah.
They just took Anna Nicole's genes and they...
Anna Nicole?
Yeah. She seriously looks like a young Anna Nicole. Hopefully she ends up better.
That's not a good
Ends up dead as well. Yeah, but...
Gamescom, is there anything... There's a lot of games news, but there really isn't something that was like, whoa, that blows my fucking mind. Diablo 3, this expansion coming out?
I've never played it.
It's coming to PS3, PS4.
I know, that's what I thought. Like, maybe I'll get it, but I don't know.
Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, maybe for PS4 or something.
Trying to think. I'm sorry, guys. I can't even think of what else.
GTA 5.
GTA 5.
That's what we should talk about.
Yeah, GTA 5.
That comes out September 17th.
Which is so... for some reason in my head, I'm like, nah, it's November. I was like, oh, wait, no, that's like 3 weeks. That's 2 weeks from now. What the fuck? You can pick that up soon.
And it's like, I kind of love that Rockstar doesn't give a shit about E3, doesn't give a shit about anything, because they know that they can generate hype just based on the game alone.
And
they're like, they never go to E3. They don't care about playing that kind of game. They're just like, no, we'll just release our own stuff. And their trailers are always the best trailers.
It's so good. We haven't talked about the online trailer that came out a few weeks ago. Just talking about all the online play. It's like, it looks, I don't want to say it looks like an MMO, but it looks like this persistent, continually growing, like, you are continuing a story and you are building up your apartment, your friends and stuff. It looks so good. It looks fantastic. It's like, I told you, I don't even
turn
want
on your TV and you just see the cops are chasing your friend. You're like, oh, I guess you can go, like, you can watch it on TV and see what your friend is doing, like trying to get away from the cops. And then you're like, okay, I can go save them now.
It's just like,
I hope there are apartments that have just like a balcony that you can just hop off of.
Oh, there must.
Yeah, it's because there's the one that they show in the trailer that has that balcony.
Yeah.
And it's like, I hope you can open... Because they don't ever show them, like, outside on the actual balcony.
Yeah.
Hope you can open that, have a parachute, just jump off. Because that's how I'd always get out.
It seems like they're really, like, rectifying the whole making the interior spaces feel like spaces rather than just, oh, here's a bunch of buildings that you can't go inside of or do anything with.
Mm-hmm.
But
well, we've always been able to, like, kind of purchase property and, like, this is your home now. It's like, well, did you take a look at the achievements came out for it?
I did not. The achievements in those games are always so fucking hard to get, though.
Well, no, the reason people were looking at it, there's no like story spoiler ones. But But no, there's one where it was like spend it's either 2 or 20. Spend $2 million dollars total in GTA Online.
Online, yeah.
Yeah, so it's like, yeah, purchasing property, but I wonder if you're going to be able to like purchase furnishings for your home, which I think will be interesting.
Yeah,
so everybody's home looks different.
Yeah,
and I wonder as well for online, like I think the way they'll have it is because like say there are only going to be so many purchasable properties.
Yes.
Say we both purchase the same property. How is that going to make sense on online?
Yeah,
I think it'll work like the building itself. You'll just walk in and it'll just teleport. Yeah, so you can have two exactly. But that's why I want different furnishings. So it's like my house doesn't look identical to his house. We both did different things with the same space.
Yeah, so it's like we get our tattoos, how they look different and stuff. We look different. They haven't explained it where they were talking about how it's like everyone's in the same world, but you can also like just jump in or you can play on your own online.
I think it's like what's a good game to compare it to?
I'd say it's not like
it's kind of like Terraria, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
like you come in with your character who has all of his shit, but you're coming into this game.
But that's what I wonder. It's like, well, can I go into your world or your game and then like my building and stuff is in your game as well?
Yeah, I think that's why I'm saying you'd have two people in the same building. That's how it would make sense.
Yeah.
But yeah, I believe so. So it's like you and I can just drop into each other's games and all that.
Yeah, so cool.
The only thing that I found interesting is it's going to be 12 people online.
Is that it?
Yeah, that's the cap. But you watch the original trailer where they're like, hey, we're going to tell you more about online later. If you watch that, you can count how many there are, and there are 15. And it's like, oh, what happened there? Because I was like, I'm going to make sure to count all this. Yeah, that's 15, not including the player.
Yeah, which would have been 16, which is like a normal...
I guess that makes sense, but it's 12.
Had to scale it down.
Yeah, but it's like... In the end, it's like they talk about all this stuff, and then they're like, and it has the regular multiplayer that you already kind of like.
Oh, like jump in,
all the GTA 4 stuff, but
modes
it's like
and shit.
It has all this other stuff as well as if you want to do this, and then have custom maps as well for deathmatch and races.
Yeah.
But that won't be available right at launch, which is not the same day as Grand Theft Auto 5 because they want you to play the story.
And it's like, I will now, but it's like I just want that fucking online.
I just want to drive around. That's all I ever wanted.
Yeah, and hopefully the driving stuff will be a little bit tighter.
Well, they're using like the Midnight Club engine, so it's more racing rather than that. Because when they released Grand Theft Auto 4, they hadn't done Midnight Club yet. Yeah, so Midnight Club is all tweaked, and the driving in LA Noire is good.
Yeah,
it's better.
It's never been bad. Like GTA stuff.
It's just very interesting in GTA 4.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's not bad. Like I can drive in GTA 4. It's just like very like weighted oddly.
Everything's always like springboxy.
Yes, but especially like I played a lot of Need for Speed Most Wanted, and the racing in that is just so much fun. Yeah. It's like just have it handle like that.
Yeah. But no, that looks absolutely fantastic. Can't wait for that.
That's literally when I first get the game, the first day is going to be me driving around and exploring.
Yeah, because
I won't touch the story right away.
No, I'll get to the story eventually, but it's like I just want to...
Probably the next day, but I just want to spend a day like getting my bearings, learning the controls, driving around, and just, I have so much fun exploring. That's what I would do like every day, GTA 3, just driving around. Well, I've detailed before what I would do in that game. There'd be a lot of killing police officers and seeing how many I could kill. But no, with the Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, it was always just like
explore.
Yeah, get on a bicycle and just ride around, listen to music.
I'm just gonna go into this mountain area, and I feel like you'd always find something that you like. I don't remember this. You'd find
like weird little like, oh, I wonder if I can make this jump. Like, remember we were playing Mario the other day, and it was just like, well, let's see if we can get those coins that are. Under, it's like you make up on your own games for that, and that's kind of like the weird fun of Grand Theft Auto. Just you'll find something where it's like, oh, I wonder if I can make this jump with this car. Well, this car sucks. I'll get a better car.
That's my problem with the Saints Row video games.
I was going to say just one thing before that.
Yeah.
Jack and Gavin bring up in the Rooster Teeth podcast, and I hope they fucking fix it. They were saying it too, where you're looking for one particular car. They were talking about doing the missions where you need to get a specific car and like bring it to the garage or whatever. But it's like you're looking for one car where it's like, where the fuck is the Banshee? Where's the Banshee? Where's the Banshee? You're looking all over, like just trying to find the Banshee.
But you only see your own car everywhere?
No, but that's the thing. Like you get in the Banshee and then, oh, there's a Banshee. There's a Banshee. Because the way it loads like data is just like it calculates it in a weird way and they've used like the same algorithm for like all the games where it's just
always been so frustrating.
Fix that. So there's more randomized cars, and I don't want to see my car everywhere.
Yeah,
where I spend like an hour trying to find a fucking Banshee, and I find it, and then it's like they're everywhere.
I think that's also from a game design standpoint. It's like, oh, if you crash your car, there's a bunch of the same ones around.
Yeah, I think that's what the purpose of it is. That's what I've always thought.
Yeah.
But make it. And I know they do it in another way as well in San Andreas and in GTA 4. That certain areas have certain cars.
Yes.
Like if you're in the backwoods. In
lots
San
of
Andreas,
trucks,
lots of trucks, lots of
motorbikes,
like Winnebago ass things, and not but
dirt
the
bikes.
Harleys. No, the Harleys as well.
Oh yeah.
But you won't see the good speed bikes. You'll see those in Las Venturas.
Yeah. Now I was gonna say, like, the thing that's always hooked me with GTA is just that of like being able to build your own sort of game ideas. The other thing is how they have the whole online mode where you can create maps and stuff.
Yeah, I said that. You can do races and you can do deathmatch.
That looks cool.
So yeah, doing your own races would be fun.
Yeah, but the Saints Row games,
especially like doing races where it's like, okay, we're just gonna go off a cliff here.
Yeah,
it's like stuff like that.
Yeah, the Saints Row games, like Saints Row the 4th or the 4, whatever the fuck it's called, just came out, and it's like you look at that, and it's like they've got this mode where like there's glitches and stuff that are like game features, and they cram so much stuff in there, but it doesn't leave anything to the imagination. It doesn't allow you just to like...
Do you know who the voice of the main character is?
No.
Troy Baker.
Is it?
Yeah.
Fucking hell, Troy.
Quite the year for Troy.
But yeah, it's like those games, they try to stuff everything just to like make it so jam-packed that I ultimately feel like...
Well, I think they're done trying to compete with Grand Theft Auto
5
definitely. Because they know we don't have the resources to do that. And
no.
You know how Saints Row came about, that it was originally going to be DLC? This Saints Row was originally going to be like a DLC thing. That's why it's so weird. Like you play the president and there's aliens that come, and the world that you play in is like a virtual steel port. It's not a real world. It's a VR world.
Is that why they all have superpowers?
That's why you can fly around and do all that. That's how they've explained it. But it was originally going to be like a Blood Dragon type thing, like a DLC, but it ended up being more like Blood Dragon than is that not a DLC.
Yeah.
But it's a full standalone game that is so different.
The Saints Row the 3rd came out last year, I feel like.
2 years ago.
Was it 2 years?
I believe so, yeah.
Huh. Crazy.
Because they're probably working on like the next gen Saints Row, and this was just like a little thing, and they wanted to, I don't know, maybe try to take a shot at GTA 5, like take some of the audience. Because there are people who are like, oh, Saints Row is way more fun. It's like, no, Saints Row is baby Grand Theft Auto.
It's a totally different game.
It's to me, it's like if GTA 3 stayed GTA 3 and they I don't know, they never tried to be more mature. Like the games are more mature now. The only thing I wish is that they would make up their minds tonally as to what the game was going to be like.
For which? Saints Row?
No. For Grand Theft Auto, that even though they've become more serious, there's still all these, like, the earlier games, they would do it as well, where it's like seriousness and silliness, like all the branding and all the stuff.
Satire stuff.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I get it. But they're still doing it in GTA 5, but it's like, tone the satire shit down, because I really don't care about that. Like, there's never been a time where I'm like, that's really funny, guys.
No, I was watching one of the videos that got leaked where it was an X Factor parody. And it's like they've got a Simon Cowell sort of prick, and they're making these like stupid jokes about like fucking his dead mom and stuff. It's just like, I don't know. It feels out of place now.
Well, to me, it's like them almost like trying to stay true to the roots. But
yeah, it's like just do something different.
Yeah, but it's like Red Dead Redemption doesn't have that. LA Noire doesn't have that. Why not just keep it the same? Because I think as well they're trying to cater to the fucking 12-year-olds and the people that are... There are some people where this is going to be their first Grand Theft Auto game.
Yeah.
So.
And I'm sure they'll like find all that stuff really funny. They'll be like, "Oh, the gun is like it's a reference to cocks, huh? That's funny."
Dubstep gun.
It's like, that's, I don't know.
Yeah, it's like I don't give a shit about that. That's not a fun, huge world that I can explore. I was telling Jason, the oceans, you can explore them.
That blew my fucking mind that you can, like, I knew there was scuba stuff in it, but I didn't realize like to what extent.
Well, yeah, I keep calling it, I don't know what the name of it is. I just call it the James Cameron Mobile. It's got like the bubble thing that you can explore with as well.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm excited for the game. I'm excited for the future DLC, because I honestly think that they're going to do like a San Fierro DLC and a Las Venturas
they
DLC.
Have to. That's like that's one of the main reasons they probably do.
And what if they do Vice City DLC? It's like,
Vice City.
The only reason they wouldn't do it is because they want to save that for another game. That they've done Liberty City, they've done San Andreas.
Yeah.
Vice City is kind of... That's a lot of people's favorites. San Andreas is the best-selling one.
Yeah.
And that's my favorite one. But a lot of people love Vice City.
No, Vice City was my favorite only because San Andreas like stopped working for me, so I just went back to play more Vice City.
Yeah, no, I got GTA 3, and I played the shit out of that. And then basically right before San Andreas came out, I got Vice City. And I started playing Vice City, and I can't remember what exactly I can't exactly put my finger on it, but it didn't intrigue me the same way GTA 3 did.
Yeah,
there was just something about it where it's like it wasn't like I had grown out of it, because when San Andreas came out, that was my favorite game ever, and it still is one of my favorite games. But Vice City, there's something about it that didn't hook me.
Yeah.
I just wonder as well, for cheats for GTA 5, what the cheats are going to be like.
Fucking bring it back. Like, bring back...
There are cheats in GTA 4.
But they're not good.
They're not... It's the same.
It's not the San Andreas
easier
stuff.
to do, though.
Easier to do, but I'm talking cheat. San Andreas, flying car cheat, we're fucking chitty bang bang, we're flying so fast. It's like, no, that's so much fun. And obviously don't let you do it online or whatever, but offline...
I'm not going to spoil anything... But I looked at the achievements, and there's one where it's like, okay, are the jetpacks back?
Oh!
There's not one that says jetpack achievement, but there's one where it's like, okay, maybe there might be jetpacks again. And if there are, I'm stoked. How couldn't they? They had jetpacks in the first one, and it's the best.
Yeah.
Michael just going around.
His legs just always flip.
Yeah, so that was
big news.
Big ass nose mine. And you're gonna see some of that on SuperRoboPlay, definitely.
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna do single player stuff.
The only time you might see it is if we do a solo one of just goofing around. But
it might actually be good to do when the game comes out, just do a game driving around and doing a solo.
But
style.
You'll definitely see some online shit.
Definitely.
That.
We should probably wrap it up, but let's talk a bit about the Batman stuff because that's been big news of Affleckman and
Ben
Man.
Bat.
And
I'm gonna see if I can find something. You talk about it for a little bit.
Sure. So basically, for the new Man of Steel movie, new Superman movie, they've confirmed that Ben Affleck is gonna be playing Batman in it. And we've talked about this in the past, but how that movie is Batman's gonna be somewhat of an antagonist towards Superman. There's been a lot of people getting their panties in a bunch over fucking Ben Affleck, which, I don't know, fucking boggles my mind. He's a great actor, great director, done Argo just recently. He won the freaking award last year for it. And it's just I'm excited. I think he's going to be a different Batman, obviously. But it's he's talented. He'll do a good Batman. So they've got that. They've also confirmed him for the Justice League movie. And recently, I was telling Alex before how they were looking at they're looking at getting Matt Damon to do something.
Damon said that.
There's been rumors of it though that they,
of course, there are.
Yeah, but also of getting Bryan Cranston to do Lex Luthor, and I don't know. I'm not sure. I think 2015 for the new Superman movie, and then I want to say 2017 for the Justice League movie. So
what?
Justice League movie.
What about it?
2017, is that what they're looking at? I think 2015 for the new Superman. I know.
Yeah, 2017 sounds right.
Yeah, but I don't know. I'm excited. I think I like the actor. I think
I was trying to
cool.
find some fucking. I saw some Imgur thing where it was this would be my cast for the Justice League, and it was well, obviously Henry Cavill plays Superman.
Yes,
and then they were I think his name was something Adkins, Greg Adkins or something like that. I don't know. That's not his name.
I was gonna look.
But it was some guy, and I was I don't know who that is. And then it was and this person for Wonder Woman. I was I don't know who any of these people are.
Yeah.
And I look at the comments. Everybody's that guy would be perfect as Batman. That guy would be the best Batman ever. Everybody's oh, that person for Martian Manhunter would be the best. That'd be the best Martian Manhunter. The only one that I agreed with, because it's I don't know if they were gonna do Ryan Reynolds again for Green Lantern or what they're going to do. Luckily, Green Lantern as a character would be super easy because Hal Jordan is not the only Green Lantern.
Yeah, multiple.
That somebody was Idris Elba for Green Lantern. And I was I'm
down.
down.
As what's his name?
Black.
The Black Green Lantern.
Black Lantern.
Yeah, Black Lantern.
But I was like, yeah, that would be good.
Yeah.
Then you have a black guy and the Justice League.
Yeah.
He's a great actor.
Which is what they did for the Justice League cartoon for the longest time. That the Green Lantern
so
was.
If you don't want to have Ryan Reynolds, who's box office fucking poison.
Yes.
But no, and I'll get back to my Imgard point in a sec. But I remember reading an article right when Green Lantern was coming out on Grantland, talking about what makes a movie star. And Grantland is a website run by Bill Simmons, who is an ESPN guy, and they were looking at it analytically.
Yeah.
Saying, well, we come from a sports background, so if we could turn movie stars into athletes, how would we look at
rank them?
Yeah, with athletes, we look at how many points they get, and that guy's the best athlete because he has the most points. So for movie stars, how do we attribute that? Well, there's two ways. You look at how much money their movies make, and you make those points. And as well, you look at how many awards they get. Now, Ryan Reynolds, and they were trying to compare Ryan Reynolds to Will Smith.
Okay.
Will Smith has been nominated for Oscars, so he gets kind of points for that. But then you look at all of his movies. This movie made this much money. This movie made this much money. This is before After Earth and a few of his lower movies, but
yeah.
Boom, 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 boom. He's made so much fucking money.
Yeah.
And then they were trying to talk about like Daniel Craig, and they're like, well, we could make an argument for Daniel Craig, who had no real success as he never held a movie of his own. But the thing is, Daniel Craig is not the star of James Bond. James Bond is the star of James Bond. That it doesn't matter who plays him; it's James Bond who's the star.
Bond. Yeah.
The same thing with Harry Potter. That it doesn't matter who's playing Harry Potter. It's Daniel Radcliffe, but it doesn't matter. It's Harry Potter. So they were trying to say that for like somebody like Christian Bale, who is not a proven star, that aside from that, like American Psycho wasn't a big hit, and any other movie that he's done that isn't a Batman movie, aside from The Fighter, which was a hit, came out after.
Because he hasn't really.
It's like he did like 3:10 to Yuma, and it's like he's done other movies, but the thing is, the star isn't Christian Bale; it's Batman.
It's Batman.
And the thing is, Green Lantern isn't a star because people don't know who he is.
Nope.
And then you have the odd things where it's like. Then you watch people like Robert Downey Jr., who become a star in Iron Man, where it's like he hasn't really had a big hit before that, but he's a good actor, and he's Chaplin, he's nominated for an Oscar. So Iron Man comes out, he becomes a star with that. So that's what they were banking on with Green Lantern, that Ryan Reynolds becomes a star with this movie.
But it's like you said, Green Lantern, it's like that's not a character that could propel him.
But they were showing all of his other movies, and it's like, this one kind of made its budget back. This one kind of made it, and all that kind of stuff.
Van Wilder.
And he hadn't had any success as an action hero. And they were basically, the long story short, it was like Ryan Reynolds, not a movie star, sadly. And they were like, this movie is not going to make its money back.
Yeah.
Turns out Green Lantern, huge flop.
Yeah.
And as well, this year, R.I.P.D., huge flop.
Huge.
And ever since reading that article, I've been thinking about movie stars, and it's like, that's why John Carter failed. John Carter is not a movie star, and the actor playing him, Taylor Kitsch, is not a movie star.
Yeah.
Nobody's going to go fucking see it.
Yeah.
Pacific Rim. Pacific Rim is not a movie star, and neither is Charlie Hunnam. That's why it didn't make its money back.
Yeah.
That it's like, you need to have star power, or the property itself needs to be attractive.
Yeah.
A movie like Inception, had it not starred the cast it did, might not do as well.
Huge cast.
The only way that it would do well is if the movie itself was attractive. Because you look at a movie like District 9, for example.
Yeah.
No stars, but the property itself is attractive.
Yeah.
And it didn't cost that much to make. So yeah, Ryan Reynolds, not a star, R.I.P.D., another colossal flop for him. And it's like, that guy is done. That guy needs to go to doing, like, he did that movie Buried a few years ago, where it's him trapped in a coffin for the whole movie.
I don't remember that.
A little indie film that got, like, good buzz and actually made its money back because it was really small. But, guys don't want to see Ryan Reynolds, and they're still talking about doing like a Deadpool movie with Ryan Reynolds.
Ugh, he was the fucking worst with that.
He wasn't that bad. It was the fact they fucked up the character so badly. But they want to do, like, that's actually one where it's like, no, he's like wisecracking like Van Wilder. Like, he could be a good Deadpool.
Yeah.
That wasn't it. But if they did like a funny script, I could see it working. The only problem is Ryan Reynolds, not a movie star.
Deadpool's like not a movie star.
Yeah, exactly. He's never had that. And here's what we're the point. Long way around is that Ben Affleck is a fucking movie star.
Well, yeah,
he's made money. He's made money like Pearl Harbor, Armageddon. Those are huge movies that he's a star of.
The fact that there's been so much buzz about him just being Batman. It's like
because he's a fucking movie star. There wasn't buzz like that when Henry Cavill got cast as Superman.
No.
It was like, oh, okay, that guy's Superman, I guess.
It's like, this is something that has
and that's another thing, though. Superman is a movie star.
Yeah.
It doesn't matter who fucking plays him.
Yeah.
Same thing with Batman, but this time they were like, no, we're going to bring out the big guns. We're going to bring in a guy like Ben Affleck, who is a fucking A-lister. We all know who he is. We've all seen Ben Affleck movies. And it's so quick that people throw away all the good credit that he's built up by... Like, I saw Gone Baby Gone in 2006, and he directs that, and Casey Affleck stars in it. And Gone Baby Gone is a great movie. Mm-hmm. And it's got one of those endings where it's like, don't watch that with someone you care about, because if you have differing views, like, it's the worst date movie, because you'll watch it, and then you sort of talk about the movie, and if you and the other person don't see eye to eye, there was somebody who like wrote into the Slash Film podcast who was like, yeah, you guys were reviewing that, so I went to go see it with my girlfriend, and... we're not dating anymore.
Yeah.
Whereas one of those things where they couldn't see eye to eye, they had such a that was the basis of their fight.
Yep.
They broke up. It was like, it's one of those movies, but that also means it's like a Last of Us thing. That means it's a good ending if it has people talking like that.
Yeah.
So that's a great movie, and that was directed by Ben, and it wasn't written by him. But
I think a lot of people see, they look at that and they think back to old Batman movies of Tim Burton's Batman, of just like, here are Batman movies that had all this star power and stuff.
Why didn't they just get Michael Keaton?
I don't know.
If they brought back Michael Keaton, though, because they wanted to get an older grizzled, but it's just like just things have changed. It's like,
things have changed.
But that would be good for like the Dark Knight Returns Batman. Like that would be kind of good.
Yeah. But no, because I talked to my dad, and he's like, I don't know. Remember when they tried to get George Clooney to be Batman? And they got Michael Keaton, and it wasn't good.
That's the interesting thing, is that George Clooney produced Argo. So those two are buddies.
Yeah.
So it's like, I wonder how that, like...
he has like a mentoring process of like, you want to be a good Batman?
Don't do it, man. For me, the thing is, like, he talked before about, like, turning Justice League down, but I don't think they were offering... They just wanted him to, like, write, direct it and all that.
Yeah.
I don't think they offered him Batman then.
That was his condition. Yeah, I'll do it. You're going to be Batman.
No. Like, this is what it is. He'll be Batman in this... fucking Batman vs Superman movie, whatever. But he's going to write, he's going to direct, he's going to star, and he's going to executive produce the Justice League movie.
Yeah.
And that's so much money. That however much money he may be making with this Batman thing, like, I'm sure he's making like 10 plus, probably 20, like good money. Because there are rumors that they were throwing money at Christian Bale, being like, come back. And he was like, I don't know about the money.
Yeah.
But no, if you're directing, writing, executive producing, and starring in the Justice League, that's over $100 million you're fucking making.
More money than you could earthly
comprehend. Then you could more money than Skylar White could count.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's why I think he did it. That's a ton of money, and that's money that'll just keep making money over time.
Yeah.
And
it'll be fun. It'll be enjoyable. You and I both enjoyed the Superman movie well enough. It's I'm looking forward to the next one.
The only thing that I'm thinking is, like, they're having Zack Snyder direct it, and that's my only concern, that say what I'm saying does happen, and Ben Affleck does get all those things and does direct it. He's never directed a big budget action heavy movie like that.
No.
That people want to rag on Snyder. It's not easy to do what Zack Snyder does.
I was going to say, it's like, what if it's the Mark Webb thing again with Spider-Man?
Yeah, that like, it's but the thing is, like, I definitely know Ben Affleck is more talented than Mark Webb, but it's not in his wheelhouse.
Yeah, it's like you and I were like, Mark Webb. It's like, it seems like
Mark Webb, talented music video director, but it's like, Ben has been in the industry for a long time, but it's like, it's the fact that it'll be a CGI heavy action movie.
Yeah.
But it's like, to me, it's like, if Whedon can do it, where it's like, this is a TV guy going to get the big fucking thing, and he does it.
Yeah.
And I have my qualms about the Avengers, but I think it's a good movie overall.
Yeah.
I think Affleck can do it. It's just about not getting bogged down with the wrong things. That the fun of a Justice League movie is to see all those characters together,
just interacting.
Yeah, that's what the fun of the Avengers was. And I'm not sure how much we'll get in, like, but it'll just be so amazing to see Batman and Superman together. That movie will make hand over fist fuck money. That's what it's officially.
Hand over fist fuck money.
Hand over fist fuck money. Because Superman is a movie star and Batman is a movie star. It doesn't fucking matter who plays them.
Yeah.
But the goddamn Imager thing, and it does matter who plays them. Because you want a good Batman. You don't want to watch him be like, yeah, that was Batman, but fucking not a good actor. It was some Greg Adkins name. I don't know that was his name. I look him up. Oh, he's he is an actor, but he's like an MMA. He's like a martial arts guy, and that's what they were saying. Like, oh, he'd be great for Batman because he's a martial arts guy. It's like, I don't give a fuck about how good he can punch somebody. Like, how good his fucking fighting is. It's like, no, I want a good actor to play Batman like Christian Bale was.
Yeah.
And Ben's already in great shape, and it's like you look at him in the town, he was in great shape. This will be no problem for him. He can get bulked out. You don't even necessarily need to be bulked out.
No.
The only thing is trying to separate yourself from Christian Bale's Batman. That'll need to be a different take.
Will he talk like this?
I don't think he'll talk like that. He'll talk similar to that. But the way that Heath Ledger approached the Joker, that you're not trying to one-up Jack Nicholson. You're trying to take a new take on it. Yeah. And that's what I think we're going to get out of this Batman.
Well, it's like this is supposed to be a bit of an older Batman.
Yeah, older, grizzled, all that.
Like I look at Ben Affleck, I'm like, yeah, it's like a Joel from Last of Us sort of thing. Like, give us like a older sort of, tired Batman.
Batman with a beard.
That's exactly what I'm saying. It's like I could picture him with like a bit of a beard.
I've never seen Batman with a beard, but Bruce Wayne has a beard in Dark Knight.
Yeah, he does.
Beginning.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, start with that and like maybe shaves it or something. He's like, I need to fucking deal with this alien asshole.
Yeah, well, it's
freaking turning back time.
There's so
Can't
much
have
they can
that.
do with a story with like this. We don't quite know who the villain is going to be. That there's talks of Lex Luthor, Bryan Cranston. Those are just rumors right now that has not been confirmed. What is going on?
Oh, I've been leaning on my arm.
Training to be Batman.
Yes, leaning on my arm for an hour and a half.
But the way it seems to be is that Superman will be the hero and Batman will be the antagonist.
Yeah.
And to what degree that'll be, it'll be interesting to see. There's a lot you can do with that.
Here's my prediction: Superman doing shit, Batman's gonna come in and be like, oh, I have to deal with this here, and they're gonna be like, pew, pew, pew. Like 2/3, then the last third of the movie, oh, it turns out this guy is actually the real villain, and they'll be like, let's team up, and the end of the movie.
Yeah, I think it'll be something similar to, it'll be like,
it'll
be more like Superman is like, what's going on in Gotham City?
You think it's a vice versa?
Yeah, it'll be Superman getting in Batman's business.
Yeah.
Like there's something going on in Gotham,
and
Superman keeps on getting in Batman's way, and Batman's like detective, fucking kicking ass, taking names, trying to get to the bottom of this, and Superman thinks that Batman is like, we got to stop this guy. Like, this guy is the guy we have to stop. And Batman is like, he's basically getting in Batman's way, and and nobody gets in fucking Batman's way.
Yeah.
And then finally, like, Superman will see, no, this guy's my ally. This guy is right. This guy's the real villain, and that'll be Lex Luthor or whoever.
Yeah.
It'll be
something like that. Sinestro,
the Mad Hatter,
Calendar Man,
Peter Dinklage as the Mad Hatter. Yeah, so that'll be. I'm super excited for that.
Yeah.
What was I saying? Who was I saying for Batman? I was saying Bradley Cooper. I was like, Again, I thought
I could see Bradley Cooper as a good villain.
No, Bradley Cooper. There's rumors and he's in talks to do Rocket Raccoon for Guardians of the Galaxy. So it's like they've been looking for a voice, and that I heard rumors of Sandler before, and I thought that would be good because that'd be a good voice. He's never done voice acting before.
Want to touch the tiny
stuff like that would be excellent coming out of a raccoon with a gun voice.
It would be.
But no, it's supposed to be Bradley Cooper. And it's like, another good comedic actor, so that could work as well.
I was seeing people complain there. They're like, why don't they get a good voice actor though to just do like good voices? I don't know,
because you want a name,
and that's the thing. It's like you want a name, but it's like.
Because Rocket Raccoon is not a movie star.
Who is a good voice actor? What does that mean?
Tara Strong.
Sure.
Hi, Rocket Raccoon! Her gigantic fake tit.
No, that's it. I'm done.
All right. Google Tara Strong titties.